Congratulations to a very talented Houston football team. Tom's done a really good job. Tom's done a really good job with the football team. They played extremely hard. It's one thing that I noticed about when you got a talented team that plays hard. That's what happens when you get a talented team that plays hard. If you get a talented team that dogs, then they lose games. This team is, if they stay healthy, has got a chance to run the table because they're talented and they play hard. We got a lot of work to do. We took a step back in my mind tonight, so we got a lot of work to do. We are not talented enough not to play smart, and we didn't play smart tonight. So that's what I'm disappointed more than anything is that we didn't play smart. We don't have enough talent to go beat that team, but if you don't play smart, you're not going to beat that team. Questions?
What are some positive things that you can pull up from tonight?
We didn't get a whole bunch of guys hurt tonight. Got a couple, but not a bunch.
Coach, no turnovers for Houston, no penalties in the whole game. You don't see that very often, do you? No penalties?
No, I think they had a couple. They just didn't call. In fact, I know they had 12 on the field one time, and the ref said he blew it.
What you think when they went for the onside kick in the second quarter?
You know what? I did it last year at JMU. You got to work on stuff.
Was there something in your mind? You mentioned this is a step back. Obviously, the score is what it is, but is there something in your mind that sticks out? Was like that's definitely an issue for this team.
Two catch interference penalties when we work on it every day in practice.
You said before that no spot is secure.
Yeah.
So you had plenty of people in different spots tonight. Was there anyone maybe that wasn't starting today that really stood out to you?
I'm going to have to look at the tape to tell you. We'll evaluate the tape. Once we evaluate the tape, we'll make some moves. There'll be some guys in different positions, I promise you. I promise you next Saturday you'll see some different guys out there in some spots. That's kind of been our mindset anyway. When we start conference play, we like to have the 11 or however many more we can find past 11 on offense and the 11 and how many more we can find past 11 on defense that are going to play the rest of our conference schedule. This is like the preseason to us. Has been anyway.
You put Connor White in the game in the second half over Eddie Prince. Has Connor White been showing you some good things in practice, so you decided to give him a shot?
We're just trying to evaluate guys.
Sure. What did you think of him tonight?
Not very good.
Not very good.
Coach, where does this team need to be right now? More mentally stronger or physically stronger?
Both.
What do you think of Tyler Jones' performance? What can you tell us about his night?
He's up and down. There were some throws he had tonight that he didn't make. He getting a little skittish in the pocket. There were some times where he did not have to lead the pocket, and he did. So he's feeling a little pressure when there's none there. So that concerns me.
How big of a going forward? How big of a concern is that with the offensive line, kind of creating that pressure on him, thinking that he has to make something happen?
It's a big concern, major concern.
Coach, I know you're not used to losing. What's the mood like in that locker room? What do you see in these guys' eyes, and how do you want them to feel right now?
Hurt, real bad. It should hurt like shit to damn lose. If it don't, you got an issue now. You got a major issue if it don't hurt real bad to lose now. Hurts me. It's like somebody just stuck a knife in my freaking heart. Okay, so I hope they feel just as bad. But I did challenge them tonight. If I heard an issue out on the square tonight, there's going to be a problem with the entire football team tomorrow.
Did you sense that from the team, the hurt, being
Some guys, not enough. Until you get a championship culture, you don't get that all the time. We don't have that right now. We got guys that, at halftime, we got guys in there fixing their hair and shit in their headbands at halftime. So we got some major stuff to fix.
too many guys just chalking it up to play the number 6 ranked team?
Well, it's I don't know if it's that so much. It's just when that stuff gets in your veins, man. When you're not used to playing at a championship level, man, it's hard to damn flush it out. You got to try to flush it out, man.
Coach, obviously you knew you were up against it here the last 2 weeks with Arkansas and Houston.
Right.
Did you get anything accomplished in these games that you wanted to get?
Got some evaluation done. Hopefully get some more done tonight and tomorrow on our team. And then we'll start getting ready for, obviously, another home game, but then start getting ready for the conference. That's been our goal the entire time, is to try to find the best 11 guys on each side of the ball and on our special teams that can help us compete against our conference schedule. Bottom line.
We saw some new running backs today. Saw Szynski was the second guy out there in the collar cut in the second half. What can you tell me about their nights, specifically?
It's hard for me to tell. I mean,
Sure.
I have to watch the tape. I look at running backs on how well they protect, not how well they run, how well they protect the quarterback.
I know there was one where Tut let a guy go by him, sack Jones.
So he must didn't do very good, did if you saw it.
It's not, that's it.
From Ohio to now, do you think you're farther away or closer to finding those 11 guys that you want on both sides?
Don't know that. I'll find that out when I watch the tape tomorrow. You guys want me to be like Magic Man and see it all tonight. Shit, I can't, man. I wish I could. I can go in later tomorrow.
You said before.
Ladies
you said
first.
Before, that you were wanting to challenge your coaching staff.
Mhm.
How did they come out today?
I challenge them really, really hard. When you challenge your coaching staff, and it's hard when you're behind the 8 ball. I mean, that was a pretty good defense our offensive line was playing tonight. So challenging them to try to find a run game somewhere that we can run the football, and we couldn't do it tonight. We couldn't run against that front 7 tonight. So I'm gonna challenge them this week. I'm gonna challenge them. I challenge our staff every week to find ways that we can score points. We haven't done it the last 2 weeks, and our offense is struggling right now. So how do we come back tomorrow? I told that team tomorrow, we're going back to practice. We'll practice for 2 hours tomorrow in shorts and shoulder pads tomorrow and try to get better and try to find a way to get better in the offensive line so we can run the football.
Earlier in the week, Coach, you said you hated home games because of all the distractions, ticket requests, parking. Was there any remnants of that, or that has nothing to do with what happened?
No, that team over there had a lot to do with what happened tonight. I mean, we could have had no problems, and the team's pretty good, man.
They worthy of their number 6 ranking?
Yeah. Yep.
Last week, you said there were some guys who, played hard,
Mhm.
attacked the line of script.
Mhm.
Some positives. Do you see any of that tonight?
Yeah, a little different ball game tonight. I mean, last week, you remember that thing was like downhill at you. This week, that thing was from side to side, and it's a little bit different. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch the tape because it's really, really tough to evaluate when you're going really, really fast, and that thing's going. And you got a number 1 back there that's kind of the 12th guy on the field. So I'm gonna have to really look at and see how the linebackers played and see how the D-line played because that was a talented team we played tonight. I could tell last week. Last week it was gap scheme, downhill, run the ISO, run the power. Boom, these guys hitting it. I could tell. I could see that. Anybody, my mom could see that.
More speed this week.
Yes. More perimeter run game this week.
What can you take away from this game going into next week's game that you guys can improve on?
Just being persistent, just flying to the ball. Everybody doing the 111th. Like I feel like this game we had a lot of great plays, but then just make one mistake, and it just it cost us at the end. So just doing the 111th.
Coach said last week was more about the downhill, Arkansas's physicality. This week was about the speed. Can you sense that on the field like this team?
Oh yeah, most definitely. A lot of fast guys, like he said. Greg Ward's like the 12th man. Like they spread the ball a lot. They go sideline to sideline. So the downhill fits was still there sometimes, but a lot less than last week. So we really had to get on the horse and run.
So it's a little more complicated this week, their style of offense compared to Arkansas's last week?
I wouldn't say more complicated. It's just you got to get out to the perimeter more. It's more perimeter.
How has the team's leadership been through the past 2 weeks? Since some testing times, you're learning a lot about yourselves as a team that you didn't necessarily know beforehand. How has that either maintained, progressed, or digressed?
I think it's progressing each week. The team, they believe in it more and more, and even though sometimes the score may not reflect it, I think they play hard from start to finish. If there's leaders that go out there, they telling them that if we do our job, we can go win this game, and they really believe in it. And just things happen on the field, so we live with the results. But as leadership and team chemistry is progressing each week.
It's been a tough past couple of weeks, to say the least, for your team.
Yeah.
Is it kind of a relief to be past that daunting non-conference schedule that y'all just went through? Arkansas and then Houston tonight.
I mean, we want to win. We go to every ball game, we want to win the ball game. But like you said, we still got the conference to come up. We're just worried about the next game. That's the most important game.
Coach mentioned that he didn't think that you guys played very smart at times tonight. How much, being on the field,
Yeah.
how much was that Houston and how much was that you guys on you?
Well, they're a great ball team. They're very deserving to be ranked number 6. They really played well, but a lot of the times we just a lot of mental mistakes, a lot of not being at the right place or not doing the right thing, and just got to get better. Like, each week, just get better.
On defense, what's something you think you guys as a whole did really well tonight?
Never gave up. I think even at the last play when he got in there, even when he's taking a knee, like, guys are going up, filling the gaps, like, never gave up. And that's a good characteristic of a defense we should have.
What's something you think this team needs to correct in order to get better and be more successful?
I think we're a pretty young team through and through, and we just got to just grow up and know that we're not the moment's not too big for us, and go out and play ball in big-time moments and make plays when we should. So.
33,000 people, pretty big crowd. Were you impressed by that?
I mean, I was glad about the turnout. I'm glad, it's a full house. It's a home opener. I was excited about it. I'm still excited about it. Like, I tell the fans are still going to be with us, win or loss. So it's good.
Wanted this to burn inside of you guys and ticked off. How are you guys taking this and feeling?
I mean, pretty rough. I mean, not the start we wanted. I mean, definitely not the way we wanted the game to go. But we have to learn to handle the highs and lows. And, like Coach said, the word of the week was persistent, and we got to learn to be more persistent in our play and, go from this and go from there.
Coach said at halftime guys are fixing their hair, checking themselves out in the mirror. I'm guessing you might not have seen it.
Yeah.
Hearing that now, how does that sit well with you, and does this team need a gut check?
It's frustrating. I mean, to say the least. You got guys that aren't playing and their head's not in the game, and to an extent, I mean, I know it's tough, not playing and still being locked in, but at the same time, you're a student athlete. We expect this from you. There were guys that were, in the mirror cleaning up and stuff of that nature. But yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, but we just have to learn from it and move on.
How tough was it out there against their defense?
I mean, they're a great defense. I talked to Coach Navarre afterwards and told him he did a great job. They do a lot of good things, a lot of schemes they run. They disguise a lot, and they've got good athletes over there. I mean, there's a reason they're ranked number 6 in the nation right now. So, I mean, hats off to Houston.
Is there anything that you feel the offense needs to do to get a little bit better, to get a little more success?
I think guys just got to take care of their 111. I mean, it's one of those things where here and there, just misalignment, miscommunication on a play, false start, don't know the route. It's just little things here and there, nitpicky stuff. But at the same time, it's necessary. But once we figure that out and get on the same page with everything, I feel like this offense is going to click and keep rolling. So.
I think a lot of those issues with details have a lot to do with the youth of this team. A lot of young guys.
Yeah, to an extent. I mean, it's only game 3 of this new offense. I mean, I know we ran it in the spring, we ran it in the fall, but I mean, it's different going up against a different defense than what you go up against for the past, 6 months or so. So, I mean, guys are still adjusting. A lot of youth. I mean, a lot of young guys playing, which is understandable. I mean, we're going to have growing pains here and there, but it's things that we can fix, which are the positives of it. So.
Offensively, from the opening game, 418 yards, huge way to start. Past 2 games have been a little more rough. How have y'all maintained that kind of equilibrium, balancing the ups and downs?
I mean, I think when we knew coming into this it was going to be tough. Arkansas and Houston are 2 great teams. Top 25 and top 10. We just had to understand that whatever the outcome be, as long as we're pushing and going 100 miles an hour, 4 to 6, A to B, fanatical effort and focus, that this doesn't change our plans. We still have our goals set out for conference and bowl games. So the things that the grand scheme of things don't change. I mean, our goals are still there, and tomorrow we're going to go to work, a 24-hour rule, and hit the ground running.
And y'all, the Tech State's non-conference schedule has been one of the toughest in the nation, and so with that, you're gonna learn a lot one way or another. What is, just for the past 2 games, what's something y'all have taken out of it as a positive?
I think we found out what kind of team we are. And like you said, it's tough with youth. These guys are getting a lot of reps, but they're getting a lot of reps against some high-quality opponents. Which is good for them at the same time, but it's frustrating because you don't like playing 2 back-to-back, top 25 teams. But I mean, it is what it is. We just have to learn from it, grow, And like I said, come out tomorrow and hit the ground running.
Going into next week's game, what's one thing you're keeping as a leader on the team, keeping them positive going?
We've still got 9 games left, and our season is still ahead of us, and our goals are still there. And that's one thing as captains and as upperclassmen that have played, we have to stress to these younger guys that see that we're 1 and 2, like, oh no, that's not the attitude. We still have, like I said, 9 games left or however many it is, and you know, take each week as it comes, and you know, 24-hour rule and go to work. So.
With all due respect to your conference opponents, and this might be a loaded question now that I think about it, but does it feel a little bit different after 2 weeks of playing the likes of Arkansas and Houston as opposed to maybe any other stretch during your, you know, either physically or mentally?
Yeah, I mean, they're like I said, you know, top 25 teams. They're great. I mean, they both defenses were well-rounded defenses. I mean, they knew what they were doing. They very little had any malfunctions or anything like that. So I mean, it's tough, but you know, it's good. It's good experience. You know, it's fun playing in front of you know, 70,000-80,000 in Fayetteville, and it's fun playing against the number 6 team in the nation. So.
At the end of the game, Connor White had some playing time. How do you think he performed?
He did good. I mean, with being thrown in the situation, you know, he excelled. You know, Eddie got in last week, and Eddie did a great job too with a couple plays he got in. But Connor did good. Connor managed the game and took what he could and you know, ran the offense. So.
33,000 fans in attendance tonight. It's the biggest crowd in Texas history, biggest crowd in your 4 years here. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, hats off to the fans. You know, the catwalk was great. It was great to see all those fans out there. You know, I hope to see them next week. I hope to see them the rest of the season. I mean, it really does help having that crowd there and that energy there, and you know, it brings a lot of excitement to the team and to the environment at the stadium. So, you know, to the fans, thank you for coming out, and I hope to see you next weekend against Incarnate Word. So.